Hi. It's funny. I wrote about the thing I published today in my blog. As I wrote about when I was in school, the only options people had were to get ready to go to college, which I did, and then go to college or to university or wherever, and then what? Then you're going to get a career, and you're going to go out and you're going to have a debt from college, and then you're going to get a career, and you're going to buy a house, and you're going to get married, and you're going to go into debt more and more. And um, in high school, I don't remember. Well, I do remember. I remember there were two options people had. For women, they could go in, they could take home ec, and for guys, they could take auto shop. So, in other words, you could either be a mechanic or you could be somebody who stayed home and cooked and sewed. And I don't remember any other options coming about. After a while, I know technical schools opened, and technical schools offered an alternative. I mean, you could go to a technical school and you could learn something other than what they taught you in school, but it was not focused particularly on the high school senior. It was the high school senior always was put into a place where they had to choose a college and go to college and get a career that way. Um, and the funny thing is, you think about these things, and I've thought about it. I've always thought about it, and I've wondered why we never prepared people for going out and having a vocation. And you think about these things, and then I start to write about it. Yesterday, I started to write about it. Of course, I've always written around that. And then today, I get the newspaper, and lo and behold, the headline is that the schools are now having their own little training programs for builders. So they're training people to build houses. They're training them in all the aspects of home building, and because that's a big business here in Florida, and it is in other parts of the country too. But it's always weird to me. I start to write about something, and then it pops up in all these different places. And I think it's the same thing with a lot of things. You think about something a lot, or you talk about something a lot, and then all of a sudden it changes. It becomes something that is happening. And so anyway, that's pretty cool. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I really think that without the or I shouldn't say without. What I should say is that I think that people should have the option today of learning something that they can use without having to go to college and end up with a huge expense afterward. For instance, many people that I know right now that went to college or became doctors, lawyers, or whatever are now in internet marketing because it's something that you can grow with, you can integrate into your life. It changes the way you live. It makes you freer. It makes you happier. And I think a lot of people have intellectually thought about the fact that they've been trained in all these different things, but it takes a huge effort and a huge amount of money to continue to do them. And here's something that they can do and they can excel at and they can make money at and close the gap and pay off debt and not have to live with debt for the rest of their lives. So anyway, read my blog today, and as always, I'd love to hear from you. And gosh, if you can get going, I'll help you in any way I can. Okay, thanks very much. Bye bye.